Legislation is okay. Like in this country, we have enough laws, even before we create others.
Yes.
But the issue is the sincerity, the accountability of how to go about it. Even before that, I'll not want to run away from what she has said completely.
No problem.
I'll also go back to myself and say, even we as a church, we also need to think and rethink so that we can operate within our given structures. What I know is that every organized church has a structure. And if you as a politician, you as a journalist, you as a teacher, you are a member of that church, when you go there, you are accountable. You rank under the rules of that church. And so me as a trained clergyman, when I'm there, I need to know that all these people are mine. So whether the pastor was right or he was wrong, that's what I call upon, that we, as a church, we also need to come together and organize ourselves, discuss from our house, and then be able to lead. We need a discussion in this country, an all-round discussion, as I'm saying, that this all-round discussion will also have an ethical viper, whether it's a pastor, it's a clergyman, or it's a journalist, or it's a politician. If you are a member of the church, you rank under that, the rules of that church. So within that context and circumstances, you need to know how to go. But the pastor is the commander of that day. And so, with real respect, let's give him opportunity to operate as a pastor.
Okay.
If we have a question, let's question tomorrow. The issue of the legislation being made here, maybe the question I have in mind, getting a little bit out. There was a report that came from the Auditor General, and there is money being stolen in the counties and all that. The question is, has these committees of the Senate, these committees of the Parliament, have they dealt with those issues? What's going to come up with those issues, even before we go to these other rules? We are looking at them asking, hey, parliamentarians, the Auditor General has said this is wrong, this has happened, we are quiet. The Auditor General has said the counties have misplaced money, there's misuse of money in the counties. What are they talking about it? That's what I'm saying. We need to begin on the ground as we come up to deal with other legislators and all these other rules that are coming in.
And the question arises, does the government listen to you as a clergy? This government started with the aid of the church, and publicly they'd say in the support of the church. 2 years later, today we actually had a whole mid-year report. 2 years later, does the government still listen to the church?
The issue I would ask also, do they have an option? Who is the government? The government are part of the church. The church and the state works together for the benefit of mankind, namely that man should live in peace, love, and unity. We both serve God and man. The government serves God and man. So one can say that you are not listening, but really you are listening. It's not that you don't want to listen, because it might be going in direction you don't want. Either because the end justifies the means, you will pretend you are not listening, but you have no option as a government.
So apart from the pulpit and every single Sunday, where as a pastor you'd have prepared your sermon to probably address a particular issue, apart from the pulpit on Sunday, does the church and the different umbrellas of church, you could probably speak for NCCK, write directly to the government, say addressing particular national issues?
Yes, we do. Actually, when there are sensitive matters, as a church, we come together and talk to them. I said politicians are part of us.
Yes.
They belong to the church. They belong to religious bodies. So we have structures that we use to reach them in different dimensions. It's not necessary that we can shout on the road, this is what we are doing. But when there is a major issue, we'll always sit and agree. Like even that issue of Kirinyaga, I'm sure that particular denomination will sit down and tell the pastor, here you are wrong and here you are right. So, do the church speak to the systems? Yes, we are part of the system. Do they listen? They have no option. They have to listen. But when you listen, your action is determined by what's in your mind or what you want.
Right.